Well, hello, and thank you for joining me on this first installment of Thoughtful Thursdays here in 2020. I hope you find value in the thought processes and ideas I'm going to lay out today. What I'm going to talk about today is a very simple phrase that can shift and change things in our lives. I've always been a fan of a simple phrase or word that can be drawn upon throughout the day to change the way that we are experiencing life for the positive. I remember one of the first phrases I heard like this was, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And of course, there's a lot to unpack out of that. It's a truth, it's a partial truth, it's a bit of a Zen koan, and it's a fascinating little piece of information, but you can really bring that to a situation where things might be stressful or you might be running habitual patterns and kind of change the experience that you're having, hopefully for the better. And I have one of my own that I really want to share with you, and this has been profoundly affected in my life. And it's this idea and this phrase that instead of filling your time with the things you do, fill the things you do with time. And I'll repeat that one more time. Instead of filling your time with the things you do, fill the things you do with time. And I really find this to be a beautiful reminder to create some space in our lives. It's so easy in today's world to be caught up into the next notification on our phone, the next thing on our to-do calendar. You know, even if we're on vacation, making sure we get through the 3 books we wanted to read, rushing from here to there to get all of the things that we need done. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I love achieving. I'm definitely type A personality in many aspects. But we can lose a bit of richness in the experiences that we're having, because if we take that rushed energy, it starts to become a habit pattern for us, and we can rush through the grocery store, and then we rush home, and then we don't pet the dog, or we say hello to our family but don't really take the time to notice any changes or notice how they're feeling emotionally and check in with them, because we're caught up into the next thing that we want to do. And with this phrase, I'm not putting forth that you need to slow down to the pace of a Buddhist monk and grocery shop by slowly picking up every cup and every can and reading the back and enjoying the color. Far from it. We wouldn't be able to achieve much in our lives. But there is a beautiful, profound pause that can be brought to the most mundane things, which is a beautiful practice because it gives us that opportunity to bring a longer and deeper pause to the richness that's available in our lives. Those important moments to all of us of connection, of love, of truly feeling abundance, to truly feeling joy. And ultimately, even if we're in a bad space, that getting real and feeling however it is comfortable for us, the parts of ourselves that may feel in pain or in distrust or strained or stressed, we oftentimes can use our to-do list to kind of blow past that stuff as well. And when we create a little sacred pause, we can actually be with those emotions and be with those sensations and not rush off, which is the foundation of healing, which is the foundation of self-awareness. Because we can't really get real and start to make changes until we're consciously aware of what's ailing us. And once again, I stated that in a way where I want you to be very kind and easygoing with yourself. So finding that sacred pause in the small things of enjoying the beautiful sound of a bird, of when your child says goodbye and you drop them off at school, of just taking that time. And then also feeling into the beautiful romantic elements that every great novel and drama has ever had, of feeling heartbreak, of feeling pain, of feeling loss. It's part of the human experience. And we don't need to dwell there, though there can be so much to be gained from that. But within our lives, we feel like we often need to blow past it. So I'm offering to you this phrase as an opportunity to feel more of the richness of life, of the joys and the happiness, of the sadness, the sorrow, for they're all part of our human condition. And a rich, full life really does inspire more growth and contribution, more growth for ourselves, more contribution for our families and for our communities, and to really show up as our best, fullest selves. So once again, instead of filling your time with the things you do, fill the things you do with time. I'd love to hear how this phrase may impact you now or in a couple of days, so feel free to reach out in all the social media areas. And I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Have a blessed day.